don't treat us a vending machine. So treat us a food platform, and then also you can treat us like decentralized ghost kitchen, cloud kitchen. The reason why we say that we are decentralized because remember that if you want to get some online orders, and then the delivery partner needs to go to certain location to pick up the product, but it will be limited because the space and then the resource, operation hours. But for Yokai, you don't need to worry about location. You can put actually every block. And then when we work with the delivery company like Uber Eats, DoorDash, or Grubhub, they can just get an order, and then we send a pickup code to their driver. They just need to go to the machine and key in the code. They can deliver anytime, anywhere. So it can reduce the overall delivery time, and it still still keep the good quality of the food. You don't need to worry about it getting cold, you get a soggy or something because the delivery distance has been shorter.
Welcome back to Winning at Work. It's season 3, the podcast for the food and beverage and CPG world. I'm Jennifer Lee, Tony's new marketing sidekick and creative guru. I'll attempt to keep him on track as we discover the ideas and strategies behind all these different, better, and special brands.
Oh, good luck keeping me on track, but I am really stoked to have you on the team, Jennifer. Your background in marketing and SEO and socials. We are going to have so much fun this year. We're going to be discovering the new brands here in 2023. It's all about functional, good for you, lifestyle brands. Those are trending. Those are the products that are gaining market share and really pulling away from those old legacy brands. We're going to have each and every one of those brands down on the podcast to talk to us, to share their ideas, their inspiration, so you, the entrepreneur, so you, the food and beverage and CPG professional, can take these new ideas in and incorporate them into your business and into your life.
Oh my gosh, Tony, I'm seriously so excited. I feel like I learn so much just from listening to older episodes.
Well, that's why we're here. And if this is your first time here, I would recommend, go back, take the 5-episode challenge. Pick a brand, pick a CEO, an entrepreneur, dive in, listen to what it is that they're teaching us. If you love the content, subscribe. We hope you're along with us for the journey each and every week.
Hey, it's Jennifer. We get it. Everyone hates hiring. Inspired by his guest, Tony created a novel talent acquisition program that attracts the hidden candidate market, the 70% of people that are not actively applying to jobs. Click on the Attract link in the show notes to watch a demo.
Welcome to Winning at Work, everybody. It is Tony, and today I have Jennifer Lee with me. Hello, Jennifer.
Hello, Tony.
So you just moved to California, didn't you?
Oh yeah, Southern California. It's starting to get sunny again. The weather's been bad the last month or so.
Well, you're going for a totally different vibe than in Atlanta. And the thing when we're both based in Atlanta, we're based in an area that has a lot of cultural influences, right? I mean, we have a lot of diverse people that we work with. And you and many other people in the company, y'all have exposed me to some of the most incredible food.
Amazing food.
Right?
Yeah. Yes. The Asian food is the best. Can I say that?
What is it about the noodle culture? What is it about that? It just permeates that entire culture.
I just think that there are so many different kinds of noodles made from so many different, you can have sweet potato noodles, so many different starches, so many different textures, types, that it's just, you can really make anything from it. And I think that's why different cultures have adopted this noodle, what would you call it?
Craze. I mean, it's just
the noodle
over.
Craze. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, of course, everyone knows I have moved out of Atlanta. I'm up in Western North Carolina. I'm in a food desert, so I am not exposed to ramen anymore. I don't have ramen.
No.
I'm struggling here. Okay, but we have a special guest today. We have Andy Lin. He is the CEO of Yokai Express.
Hey guys.
Hey, how are you?
Good, good. Thanks for having me today.
Oh, we're thrilled to have you. Yokai, I think it's kind of interesting. And you've got this mythical creature, this urban legend that pops up anywhere, anytime. And that's kind of like your mascot, right?
Yes, exactly. So that's the reason that we choose yokai in the beginning, because we realized that we should provide an environment that for people don't need to worry about the operation hours, and they don't need to really stand in front of the store and then waiting for 1 or 2 hours. So they can actually eat anytime, anywhere. So that's why we choose yokai. Yokai is a creature that will pop up anywhere, anytime. So there's no limitation at all.
We are seeing such a push into food service to make things automated. And of course, with AI and robotics and with smartphone apps, you seem to be coming to this market at a great time with your autonomous restaurant solution. I mean, it's a 4x6 footprint, right? And you're offering this incredible ramen meal, right? In what, 45 seconds, 90 seconds?
Yeah, so depends on menu item. The average cooking, the order to deliver time is about 90 seconds. So that's why it's very quick, but it's still fresh. So that's why usually we talk that we don't really make the fast food quick or fast food good, but we make a good food fast.
Mm.
Good food fast.
Okay, I like that.
Explain a little bit more really just about your business model and just kind of how you plan on opening and running this.
Yeah, I think the beginning of yokai is all because when I was an engineer and I was like finished the conference call at very early in at 3 a.m. and I was so hungry and then there's no food to eat. And well, there is a food like the fast food or the burger or something. But I was exhausted, so I want to have the comfort food. So for Asian, it's like a noodle soup. So I was trying to see if I have some, instant noodle or something, but no, I don't have anything. So basically, I was trying to see if there's any restaurant open, but of course, 3 a.m. there's no restaurant open. So I was end up to search on the YouTube and then see if there's any like ramen or noodle vending machine. And I found out it's in Japan. So based on that, I was like, okay, but it's outdated. So should I make something new? And that's the beginning of yokai. And then after that, we approach a lot of like corporate dining and then hotels, airports, ski resort, school, and a lot of places. So I think people are getting familiar with unattended solution. So that's why we get in more and more, popular in the States. And last year we expand to Japan and Taiwan. And this year we are going to expand to Europe, Korea, Singapore, and, many other places.
I think that is such a good solution, especially for people that are in school. There were so many nights where I would, be up late studying or just couldn't sleep, hungry. And even the McDonald's that you would think is like open 24 hours is closed at like 9 or 10. And so you kind of have to just stick to like the bowl of cereal. Hopefully if you have milk, you can have it with milk.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that it's interesting too, because I feel like in Asia, the 24-hour unattended like convenience store or vending machine, I know especially in Japan, it's very popular, but it's not really prevalent in America, in the States. And I think that that's a really good, I feel like everyone would benefit from this solution.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think your initial idea of looking for areas of high density, that makes total sense. And of course, and what you're talking about, Jennifer, is, when you're in school, you've got a lot of people in one area. So you've got the kind of corporate dining, apartments. I think the airport hotel idea is pretty clever too, because you want that quick, fast, and kind of a unique experience, right? You want to go to a nice hotel and suddenly you've got this really unique setup, right? Where you get something very clever.
And when if you think about it, if you land if your plane lands at like 4 a.m, what are you going to do? And you're coming from Europe or wherever, the time difference, it might be dinner time for you. I think that it's a really great solution.
Well, I got a great story about the airport. So we received a customer feedback, and a lady told us that one day she was in the Ontario airport, and then she was so upset because her relative passed away. And then because it's in the very, very early morning, and then she was rushed to the airport and no restaurant open. And then she suddenly found our machine, and then she ordered a grandma chicken noodle soup. And then she feel like so warm, and then, she feels so touching. And then she left the message to us. We was like, oh my gosh. So we're glad that we serve you at the point that you need the support. So it's like something that we feel we are doing something good.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like you made that emotional connection with her.
Exactly. And then she said when she flies back, she must try again.
I am really fascinated with the operation, right? I'm imagining, okay, you've got this 4x6, very cool. Obviously, people see people walking up, coming away with a hot bowl of ramen. Like, how is that happening? There's nobody there. Talk to us about the unique challenges of having food in an unattended mechanical setup, right, where you have to deal with freshness and quality. Walk us through some of those hurdles and challenges, how you've overcome that.
Yeah, so in the past, you see a lot of a so-called smart vending machine, and those vending machines start with a fresh salad or some other refrigerated product. But it's really hard to do the coast-to-coast transportation because sometimes the logistics take time, and then the refrigerated product is only be able to consume in like less than 7 days. So in that case, the product will perishable very easily. So that's why we come out as frozen product instead of the refrigerated. We focus on a frozen product and then have a special technology that we can cook inside a machine quickly, rapidly in 90 seconds. So that's something we are trying to see if we can minimize the food waste and then also still provide a good quality of the product to the consumer. Yeah, so that's something that we are trying to do. So not only the food product. Right now, we also develop the beverage. A lot of the people, they like tapioca tea, the milk tea. So the tapioca is very hard to cook. Every 4 hours, you need to throw it away, and then you need to cook it again.
Every 4 hours?
Yeah, it's every 4 hours. So that's why it's very hard to do in unattended. So we have a special way that we can cook it on site. So that's why you can keep the freshness and then also have a very good textures. So we're gonna debut one of the boba machine in an RA show in Chicago in May. So you will be very excited.
That's exciting. It must be your engineering background must help out with that, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm a foodie and I'm an engineer, so I try to put everything together, connected.
I could definitely see, teens, younger adults, like people in their early mid-20s, just absolutely, living off of your machines. Would you say that younger age group is maybe your target market?
No, actually, we thought that we may only have a specific our target customers, but actually it's very wide range of the customer base. It's from kids, from teenagers, adults, and older people. So especially we thought that we are only be able to get a customer in off hours, which restaurants are closed. No, but right now people are in a hurry. They want to grab to go. So actually we have a decent amount of the customer during the lunchtime and then dinner time. So it's kind of surprised that people are quite quickly adopt this new dining solution, and they actually post online and then show people, so we get more and more inbound inquiry about the installation.
Are you even considering a franchise model, or do you kind of manage the expansion on your own, or are you out looking for fundraising? What's the plan to expand?
Yeah, so right now I think we work with like a business operator, which they already have a existing customer. So we work with them and then provide yokai as one of the solution to their customer. And starting from this year, we are trying to work with some individual partners, which is similar to franchise model, but they don't really need to provide a lot of capital in front side. So we will work with them. They found location. We provide equipment and then some financial stuff. So we can work together as a team so they can become part of Yokai and help us to operate it. So that's something we want to accelerate this year. And then that's why we can, expand globally quickly.
You mentioned you're expanding in Asia and you're, launching in Europe. Do you think that the marketing differs going from country to country?
It's totally different, especially the culture, right?
Right.
So like in Japan, they are very easy. They don't need to be educated. So we put in a train station, airport, and then highway rest area. People are very familiar with vending machine type of the service. Mm-hmm. So they can play with that and then get the noodle they want in a second. So they don't really need to be educated. But in the US, that we need to explain what's going on and something, and then because from the store to store, it's very far. So we need to educate them how to do the transportation with our partners, or how to maintain a good quality, and how to restocking and everything. So it's quite different, but people are getting there. So I think for US, we already have almost 100 locations. And in this year, we are going to expand 300 to 500 globally. So it's very excited that people are really recognize our effort to make it, the life more easier. They don't need to find the restaurant before they close, so they can have, delicious food anytime, anywhere.
Yeah, I was really kind of curious about how you manage the restocking, because if they're too far apart, it's not very efficient. So without going too technical, what's the general business model philosophy, when you look at expansion and that restocking component?
Yeah, so I usually talk to people that don't treat us a vending machine, so treat us a food platform, and then also you can treat us like decentralized ghost kitchen, cloud kitchen. The reason why we say that we are decentralized, because remember that if you want to get some online orders, and then the delivery partner need to go to certain location to pick up the product, but it will be limited because the space and then the resource, operation hours. But for Yokai, you don't need to worry about location. You can put actually every block. And then when we work with the delivery company like Uber Eats, DoorDash, or Grubhub, they can just get an order, and then we send a pickup code to their driver. They just need to go to the machine and key in the code. They can deliver anytime, anywhere. So it can reduce the overall delivery time, and it still still keep the good quality of the food. You don't need to worry about it getting cold, you get a soggy or something, because the delivery distance has been shorter. So all of those kind of integration with the food and then technology, it actually makes things more easier.
Wow, that's so clever with the integrating with the third-party services. That's amazing that you're able to connect in with the existing ecosystem and improve food quality and speed even quicker. Now, you touched on ghost kitchens. Mm-hmm. Now,
yes,
is that another area that you're looking into, is bringing other brands underneath?
Yeah, that's a good topic. So, a lot of the ghost kitchen, they do have their own visual brand, but most efficient way is to partner with some famous brand. So like in the US, we actually partner with some very famous ramen chain, which it's like Jinya. And then also, Jinya ramen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it will be on our machine pretty soon next month. And also for the global chain that we work with Ibudo. So we work with Ibudo, and then we already have their product on our machine in Japan since last year. And we are going to, bring in their menu item to US and elsewhere next month as well. So we are also, actively talk with a lot of the different, famous restaurant brand. It's not only the restaurant brand, but also we work with a CPC company. For example, like Pumongwan in Korea, it's a, second largest food manufacturer.
Yeah.
They don't really have a, interface to face the customer to show the cooked product to the customer immediately. But by doing this with Yokai, they can actually sell their supermarket product through our machine. For example, we provide a bulgogi rice, which, you have to bring it back home and then cook and then eat. But right now you can eat anytime, anywhere on Yokai machine for their product. So it's something like, I would say disrupting. It's not like no one ever did before.
I think the partnering, especially in, the United States, I think that's, it's definitely key to kind of accelerating. Do you think that it's kind of the same model, like in Japan or in Europe, that it helps to partner with, a well-known brand?
Yeah, I think everywhere it should be doing this the same thing, because by promoting our own yokai product, it's a little bit early, especially if we go into the new market, right? But by working with some famous brand or maybe the movie star, or even like when you say Korea, right, K-pop or something, so it will be very easy to adopt the local culture and then attract more people locally there.
Wow, I love that idea. All of a sudden, I'm imagining your CapEx is lower in a sense because you can partner with a very well-known consumer brand. Pumillon, obviously very big, very well-known. They do have operations in California. They happen to be one of our clients as well, but we work with them. And to see that brand kind of associated with yours, suddenly, ooh, I know that brand. I don't know Yokai yet, but I know that brand. And that kind of
Yes.
kind of brings it together. Now, I haven't seen a lot of your different kiosks. You call them kiosks?
Well,
What do you
call
call them?
autonomous restaurant.
Autonomous restaurants. Okay. So I've not physically seen one of your autonomous restaurants. So is there a branding and marketing opportunity with the actual unit itself?
Yeah, we in the past years we didn't really do a lot of marketing because we tried to make sure that our platform, our machine, and our product is outstanding. But right now into this year, because we are going to do the global expansion, so we spend more time and then more resource on the like a rebranding or even a marketing effort. Yeah, we want to make it more attractive and then more visualized.
Right. It would make sense because it's a 4x6. So there should be a spot there where you could have some branding, bringing in that other brand or something like that to kind of stand out and be even more clever than the fact that it's an autonomous restaurant sitting on the on the street.
Yes.
So talk to us a little bit about your some of your customer acquisition strategy. It does sound like you were partnering with some other operators, but I've heard, look, Facebook is very expensive. Of course, TikTok is very popular. What are you finding is probably getting you your best bang for buck when you enter into a new marketplace and you want to make a splash?
Yeah, I think the social media is a must, right? Because nowadays, people try to get the latest information from, like Instagram or TikTok or Twitter. So we actually, based on different region, we use a different social media now. For example, like in Japan, they are using more Twitter than Instagram. So like in the US, it's more Instagram. But in Korea, they use Kakao Talk or something.
Mm-hmm.
Those kind of different social media. Yeah. So we need to adopt the local culture and then try to use the local media to get pass the message to the customers.
How do you start out, researching or tapping into different cultures? Where is the starting point to even finding, what platform is popular in that country?
Yeah, so basically, if we need to put a lot of resource that it will be very time consuming, and then we need to hire a lot of people. So like I mentioned, I like to partner with the local partner. So we don't really need to spend a lot of time, and then we can shorten the time to market. And those local partner, they are more smarter, and then they already know the market over there. So we don't really need to put too much marketing or research effort. They can give us a feedback, and then they can even tell us where is a good place to place, or how many competitor you may have, and then what kind of food you need to produce. Those kind of information, we all rely on a local partner.
Well, that makes sense, because if you're going into a hotel or another big operator, they already know the clientele, et cetera, et cetera. So whatever little tweaks need to be made to the menu or whatever, you can just kind of do that inside your autonomous restaurant. Look, this is just super cool. I wish I could have one here, because I'm really hungry right now. I want to go out. Don't you? I just want to go out and like have a hot ramen. Now, so because the noodles are frozen, is that I guess that's the same technique you're going to use for proteins as well?
Exactly. We do a special way to freeze the product. So, we can make the ice crystal formation is minimized. So the ingredient itself is not got destructive. So after you cook, after frozen, you can still keep the good quality. And then you cannot really tell it's from frozen product. You will think it's still like very fresh and then made from a restaurant type of the quality. But everything is based on the very detailed calculation, and we do a lot of engineering tests, and that's why we come out a good result.
Well, where are you in America? What states do you have the most proliferation if people want to start going out and trying to find and sample and get on board the Yokai Express?
We base on the Silicon Valley in California, and we have about 20 locations in North Cal and South Cal, and you can find everywhere. You can go to Houston, you can go to Seattle, New York, Boston, Florida. We are actually everywhere. So if you come into San Francisco, you can go to Aloft Hotels near the San Francisco airport. They're open 24 hours. If you travel to Ontario Airport or even the Syracuse Airport, you can find our location. We have 2 different locations in the airport. And if you go to the school, if you visit the big corporation, you may find our product into their cafeteria as well.
So what's the best way for people to reach out and discover your brand, find you online, or if you're an operator and you're thinking, hey, I'd like to add this to my suite of services that I'm offering, what's the best way for people to interact and find you?
Yeah, you can go to all the social media and type Yokai Express, one word, and you can reach out to cs@yokaiexpress.com. And, you can even go to our website, www.yokaiexpress.com, and then there's a message column that you can left the message, and then we can get back to you immediately.
That's great. Well, it is so fun to do a brand discovery like this, because I've not seen this. I think I saw something interesting on LinkedIn. It really caught my eye. And Jennifer and I are grateful you had a little bit of time between your massive global expansion, right? 300 and 500 units this year. So that's a lot of work.
Amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Really, it's going to be exciting to see where this thing goes. And we'll certainly have you on again to talk about, progress and next steps and kind of what the next evolution will be.
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thanks for being down
Andy.
here.
Thank you.